Welcome to the first episode of Across the Nation Quarantine Cooking with Quincy. Today we're going to make fish tacos with guacamole. So we're just going to get right started on the fish tacos, but first let's get a history of the fish tacos. So tacos are made in Mexico, and they're lots of from lots of native Mexican people eat it, but the fish would come from the West Coast, more from California. So I guess we'd call these Californian because there is lots of Mexican influence in California too. Okay, so we're gonna get started on the fish. So here we have 1 tablespoon chili powder, half a teaspoon of salt, and 1 tablespoon of cumin. And we are going to put it all on this one plate. Okay, we'll mix it around. Make sure it covers the entire plate. Okay, now we're gonna add the fish. So here is about 1 pound of cod, but you can really use any firm white fish like haddock or something like that. But we are gonna use cod because cod tastes good too. So we're gonna put them all down here. Try and spread them out so they're covering as much of the mixture as possible, and we're just gonna slather it on. And make sure to wash your hands before this too. Make sure all the pieces get lots of the mixture on both sides, so it covers it. And if there's some leftover seasoning, that's okay. Just try and get as much on it as possible. Okay, so now they're completely covered, and that's good for now. But next we're going to make the guacamole, and then we're going to cook the fish. So why don't we just let them, I don't know, like I guess you'd call them marinate, and then we'll get started on the guacamole. Okay, so now we are going to make the guacamole. So then we can fry the fish, and then we can have it warm in our tacos. So here we have an avocado, just one, unless you want to make double. But I think this is a good amount for us. So you want to wash it, take the sticker off, and then let's start cutting it. So you want to create a circle around it, and trying to mash the knife on the other side so it comes together, and then you just want to pull it apart. And then I have a spoon on hand, so I'm gonna create kind of a crevice around the seed and take it out. It might fly out a bit. And then here we have a bowl that we're going to put it in. And then you just scoop out the flesh. So guacamole is a Mexican sauce that is consists of avocado and some other ingredients that cause it to have a nice saltiness to it. It's very good on tacos and goes great with chips too. So if you had leftover from the taco, you can just grab some chips and dip it in. Okay, so now I've got the avocado out, and here then we have some ingredients. So 1/4 teaspoon of lime juice, so we're gonna put that in. We have a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, so we're going to put that in. And finally, we have 1/4 teaspoon of garlic, but this is just optional, but I like it to create a tangy sort of taste. Now we have a fork here, so we're gonna try and mash the avocado against probably the side of the bowl till it creates until the consistency is how you like it, or just until it gets nice and soft and there's not there's not tiny bits of avocado. It's all just mashed up. So I really enjoy avocado, but it's really great to have in Mexican food. Some other sauces you can, for our fish tacos, we're also going to have some shredded cheese. So you can start shredding that now. And also we have some shredded lettuce. So make sure to wash the lettuce and put that in. Also we have some tomatoes. This is just what I'm doing, but you can add on lots of things. Okay. So this is mixed out now. Just need to get those last big blobs of avocado. And then you'll mix it up. Finally, you want to taste it just a tiny bit. Very good. Okay. So now we're going to be cooking the fish, or frying the fish. So I have my element heating up on medium-high heat. And then this is 2 tablespoons vegetable oil. So I'm going to add it to the pan. Move it around a little bit so it covers the entire pan. And you probably want a non-stick pan. So, and then I'm just going to wait a little bit until it heats up. I'm just gonna go ahead and add the fish. Okay. So immediately start sizzling because it's been on for a little bit, and then we are going to set a timer for about 4 minutes. That's the average it should take for these fish, but depending on the size, the thickness of your fish, it should differ. So it's right now sizzling in the warm hot oil, and we're just gonna wait. Here's the fish. It's nice and warm and sizzling. Okay, so I flipped the fish over, and they look really good. And we're just gonna wait another 3 minutes. It took shorter than I expected, so we're just gonna wait 3 minutes, and then we're gonna put them on the plate, chop it up, and then we're gonna eat them. That looks good. Flavors of the cumin and chili powder are really coming on here. Keep checking it to make sure it doesn't burn, but these look good. Okay, so this one looks good. You want to make sure it's at 145 degrees. And if it falls apart, that's okay because you're going to be chopping it up anyway. This one still needs to get there, but they're looking good.
Go.
Okay. This one is starting to look good. So again, it doesn't matter if it's if it falls apart. That's typical. We're just gonna take it out here because it looks good. And also, you probably want to use a temperature. That's what we did to check that it's 145. This one looks close to done. Just wait a little bit. Okay, we have cooked the fish, and now it's just sitting there cooling. And next step, with all the other condiments, and then we're going to heat the tortillas up a little bit. Okay, so we're going to start heating up the tortillas now. I'm just going to do 4 because, and then this is going to be on about medium, maybe less. So I'm just going to put these 4 on, and then I'm going to wait till they're a little heated up. Just an extra step, so if you want your tacos warm, then the tortillas will be nice and warm. When you bite into it, it'll just be very warm. And also we're letting the fish cool. Okay, so we are the tortillas are done, so we're just gonna put them onto a plate now. Try not to touch them out as much, although you might need to try and get them off of the element. And we're gonna turn the heat off, and we're ready to eat. Okay, so we've had our fish made, and I shredded it up a little bit. So let's get started eating. And these are a bit bigger tacos, but you can get some smaller tacos. I'm gonna take some lettuce here that will shred it up a tiny bit. And then get some tomatoes. Get some cheese. And finally, some of the scrumptious guac. Sure, spread it out, all the ingredients. And we'll wrap it up. That's really good. And the tomato tastes really good with it.
Oh, I love the flavor of the fish. It's so flavorful. There's all kinds of different spices, and guacamole is super creamy with it. It tastes really good.
This is the best taco on the West Coast.